Previously on the other dungeon. With a Bakefo stone nearby offshore, the party recovered on the Vishkanyan island, and Erog witnessed the tribe's decision to sacrifice an elderly volunteer to the larger island to appease their dinosaur gods, only to later discover the old man was the group's only shaman and decided they should travel to the larger island to save him and learn his secrets. But before they could leave, suffered a crab swarm attack near their boat that the Bakefo stone happened to be controlling, and after escaping and taking a short rest, found the stone while enjoying the crab meat at a late-night feast and tried to pawn it off on the Vishkanyan queen. And now, the other dungeon continues.
I look up at the queen, and I walk away.
Alright, you can head back to the beach where you'll find Karen probably waking up after all this, and Erog's probably done making his bolo after all this nonsense.
I rolled again to get back to health.
Are you sleeping more?
No, I don't even question it. I just had a blackout.
Yeah. Did you need to sleep more after that last D8?
Yeah, I just need 2 more health.
Oh, well then you need to sleep. If you just want to sleep 2 more hours, you can do that, but that just means you'll be awake for 2 more hours. And I'll give you 2 hit points back, because you've already rolled 2. I'll just give you 2 straight for 2 hours if you want that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so Karam's still out. Karam's taking a late nap. Karam's not waking up. So you probably have at least till the sun is in the middle of the sky, high noon, until Karam's gonna get up. So you have a couple hours to kill. But Erog, you're done crafting your bolo now, and you can reunite with Erica, who you'll see walking away from the queen.
Bola. You like to see what a bola is?
Yeah.
Like those things you throw people's ankles and they fall down.
Yeah. To make a bola.
I giggle at Ego's oddly shaped circular weapon.
His ball
They
toy.
look like big old hanging balls.
I giggle at it.
Remember from art.
You giggle at Erog's nutsacks.
So I'm wearing the baguette necklace now.
You are still wearing that in your bosom, correct?
Cool. I don't even try to hide it. I'm just like flaunting it.
On this gem in your bosom, yeah. So you guys have reunited. If you guys just want to chill for a couple hours, wait for Karam, you may, or if you can do something for 2 hours, you can. Just let me know.
Have you given any thought to what I talked to you about last
I'm
night?
gonna meditate on the bosom of Erica.
I look down at my one hand, mumble to myself. I've given a lot of thought to a lot of things. Then I look back up again at the sky and out towards the ocean.
Classic cryptic Eriku.
I turn away from Ego.
Stare off into out to the ocean.
I clutch my fist.
Sit there in sort of some kind of weird silence until Karen wakes
Right.
up.
I'm just gonna stand behind her. I'm just gonna stand there.
I cast initiative. You're gonna have to re-listen to this part, I guess.
You will hear your mother in the distance, squawking with the old folks, she's obviously awake and chatting with the old folks a short distance down the beach from you guys. Erog's standing right behind you, and Eriku's standing right in front of you, and they're all within 15 feet of each other, so near your canoe.
Oh wait, can I see if I can hear Bridget? Nope, I got a nat one.
You might hear it, but you can't hear what she's saying, or you don't care. It's probably been going on for hours now. Since she's probably been awake, she hasn't shut up.
It's just like a weird buzzing sound.
Yeah.
Typical mom.
She can't move, so she always has to just ask people to do things for her. So it's just her bossing old people around.
I'm gonna walk over to the
Kelly
my
said she was
mom
like a baby. And she is. Well, I think we said the last time.
and the old people.
Our group has a baby.
And I asked them how's
It's like that
everything
Three Men
going
and a Baby
with my
movie, but we're,
mom.
you know.
If she get problems.
No problems. Keeping her very well fed.
I greatly appreciate that. You guys have done quite a lot for me, taking me in, friend and all. I sit down next to my mom and I kind of put my hand on her forehead and I say, "Hey mom, thank these wonderful Vishkanyans for their graciousness."
Diplomacy.
22.
What kind of resort is this?
It's not a resort, Mom, but it's better than being out alone in the world. You could have done much worse. So kind to you. You're the least you also ask the old people if they would like to hear some more tenets of good Amade.
Diplomacy. They're a little busy right now.
I don't blame it, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys be, and I say, thank you for taking care of my mom. I am going to go do some productive things. I'll be back shortly.
They wave, get back to their work.
Yeah, and I go find my friends.
Yeah, they're a short distance away. That's not hard.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Just walk up on a weird, awkward, 2-hour-long moment.
You guys have a nice night? I'm trying to stay away from. I used to have a very bad problem with my weight. What you see right now is not how I used to always be.
It took a lot of religious dedication.
Yeah. It took a lot of prayer and.
Get all flustered.
Every time I get hungry, I just pray instead.
They were so good.
You enjoyed enough for me too.
I think about how Karam saved me from the crabs. I turn red.
You
As
blush.
red as the crabs were.
As red as the crabs were. Delicious. You guys have a little moment there on the beach?
What time is it? Is it like early?
Like
I
noon
have
30.
another idea. Like, this boat trip takes forever. But we can summon these dolphins, and we all have a rope. What if we summon all our dolphins, tie them to the boat, and just have them, like, speedboat us across so we can get there in, like, a couple hours? Maybe
Sure.
not. I don't know. How
That
fast
would
fucking
speed you
four
guys
dolphins.
up. Yeah,
We got 4 dolphin-powered boats.
That would
We got
increase
rope
your speed and you
shit.
guys wouldn't have to row, so you wouldn't be as tired when you got there. Because usually you guys have to row the whole way over there.
Oh wait, well, is Asher on the dolphins?
Oh, yeah.
We got dolphins to the
Especially if you
boat.
had 4 of them. I mean, probably 4 of them would equal the same as 4 of you guys, but it would prevent the 4 of you guys from having to row.
We could row. Or we could do 2 on the way there and 2 on the way back.
Maybe. I just want to get there faster so we don't have to burn time.
Because you can only do it once every 24 hours.
Lazy Bonzales is out there all by himself, and he's the only man that can help us not die almost repeatedly. So we have to save him
If he wants to
to
help
live.
us.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out. No one else here can help us. They have no other doctors. No
Let's
shamans.
do 2 dolphins on the way there and 2 on the way back.
Sure. Gotta be faster. That's all I'm saying.
And then you might be able to, like, I'm just rock.
2 and 2. It's a
Swing
good
in
move.
between. I want to go grab the medallion off of my mom. Yeah.
She complains a bit that you're taking her jewelry. Using it to buy drugs or something.
What?
She
She
just
dissed you? We got all your daddy money for the drugs!
I'm gonna try and remember what happened.
But whatever you remember, it'll feel like sort of like a dream. If you roll really high, you'll remember sort of what happened.
No, but I got a nat one.
Oh, you don't remember. You remember nothing. You remember putting the necklace in your titties, and you remember seeing the queen. Exactly. Nothing in between comes to you.
Now I think something crazy sexy happened. I can only assume.
Okay, we still haven't talked about this officially. The Kefo, first up, what do you think? Get her a Vishkanyan body, a battle-hardened body. On the plus side, her blood would be poison that we could put on all of our shit.
You would have the supply of
Fine.
poison.
Maybe convince.
Just hang me up on the boat.
I have
Well,
3.
that's
it's
way
like
later.
I'll leave that to
I have
I
poison.
don't feel
I'm just
taking
saying.
a...
There's a lot of bonuses. Oh, plus Vishkanyan spit.
Eriku,
Yeah.
you could allow Bakefo to take over your body. You won't even do a will contest if you allow her to.
I allow Bakeva to take over my body.
Bakefo, you have control of Eriku's body, so you can speak for yourself right now if you like.
I would love for you to speak for yourself. I don't want to do anything.
No, we have to be dramatic about it. I like dare. Right
Yeah.
down at. I get real close to him, and then I see it in my eyes, looking down at you, like a chain.
Well, I'm gonna open my eyes, see Erog standing in front of me, and I'm just be like, and then I'm gonna look over at Kiram, I'm gonna look back at Erog, and I'm gonna be like, what's up?
Nothing.
What were you saying?
I was asking you about what you thought about. I've spoken about twice at this point.
I'm sorry. I keep blacking out. I don't know what happened. What, you say it one more time?
You did take a boar tough to
I
say
took
very
a
hard
boar
for
tough.
yourself.
So explain the plan to Eriku again. Make sure she gets it.
We need to get you a body
Uh-huh.
that comes with some perks,
Uh-huh.
weapons, and whatnot. I mean,
What's going on?
you need a body. We're going to Snake Island. Oh, I've got to fill you in on the whole deal.
Yeah, you're talking to Eric.
Oh, I gotta
But
fill
you
in on
don't
the whole
know
deal.
it.
No,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I like stuff like
I'm
this.
just looking at Kiram the whole time, but I'm
We
like,
need a body.
I'm like side stance, like leaning in.
we've got to go rescue Lazy Bonzales.
Right.
But Kefo has just like magicked her way back into our life after being
She's a
swallowed by a
magic
pterodactyl. It's still surprising. and
Yeah.
I
amazing.
need a bluff check from you, Bakefo, if you're pretending to not be yourself right now. If you're just like fucking with Erog.
Yes.
You can roll a sense mode of Erog to see if you pick up something weird going on right now for that.
13.
Something about the way that Eriku just said that makes you suspicious that it's already Bakefo.
No.
And you can do one of those like, wait a minute, like comedy takes, like, whoa, whoa, what?
Back and forth now.
Is that you?
I'm like, and then I just start walking to the boat to prepare it. It's a weird conversation.
So you now know this is Bakefo, and Bakefo now knows at least part of your plan to get
Alright.
Bakefo a new body.
I'd rather honestly would have rather spoken to you about comfortable with traded for goods and taking over for adventures.
I'm just like, and I like keep smiling like I'm Eric. But like, he also started referring to Bakefo as you, so like now I know that he knows. And I'm like, I put my hand up to his face, and I use create water
This water just sploosh all over his face right now.
We create 2 gallons of pure water, and I like go like this at his face.
Arog, you get splooshed in water.
Splash me.
Okay, as I do that, I'm like, you could have rain on my back as a dinosaur! And I like spray water, and then I like
So we're gonna do this character now?
take off
To where? To where?
anywhere! Anywhere over here! And I run as Ericu into the middle of the snake village. And as I yell back,
Oh my
I just
fucking
run
God.
out. I yell out, get ready! And I run into the snake village.
I'm convinced he's a fucking fiend. I'm going to the boat. I'm going to the boat.
Arog and Karen are at the
Oh
boat.
wait, I would like to run at the queen.
Like, just towards her?
Yeah.
Alright, roll for initiative.
Oh wait, I can't range as Ericu.
Yeah.
I run, drag to a stop, and I like stand in the middle of Snake Island. And I like look forward. As a group of snakes will probably look. And I like look back at Erog, who's like going towards the boat. Here I'm just in. And I look down at myself for like a minute, and then I like drop it like that, and like clank my breast and go, and I turn back around, run to the beach, but like real like arm loose, because
Yeah.
I'm still not used to running again.
Yeah. So with one arm, your balance is way off.
Run up to the boat, put my hand on the necklace, and I'm like, I take it off and I hand it to Erog, and I'm like, and I like hand me to him.
I don't need the queen's help.
I take myself back.
I don't need the queen's help out of character. I've tried this. Back in character. We don't need anyone else's help. We just need equipment. We just need to go there and take care of fucking business.
We can probably do it with her taking over Miss Soldier's body or something. Maybe like one more person would be great, so we don't like have extra power on Dinosaur Island, and definitely don't need to be bum rushing at the Queen because all these people are out.
I'm going to reach into the water, use my amulet, and call my dolphin.
I'm going to open up Eriku's book, and in it, I'm going to write snake people and everyone that's ever hurt me.
That's already in my revenge.
I'm gonna notice it's already there. I'm gonna circle it, and I'm gonna put my initials. I'm gonna give Eriku's body back to her.
Alright, Eriku regains control of her body as you guys are here at the boat. You see
I look
that.
over at Ego and I'm like, why are you wet?
My dolphin's here. I'm making a little loop around in my rope to put in my dolphin's mouth.
Roll me a survival check to make a dolphin harness.
7. I'm going to try it again.
If you want to take a 20 on it, this might take you some time. And then it'll be the best dolphin harness you can make. Erog takes a 20. So you see Erog, he's like mad at you, but he's just down there. He's taking like his sweet time making this dolphin harness. He's tying a bunch of knots.
I wonder why Ego's mad at me. I don't remember like where I've been.
You don't know what just happened.
So I just ignore it.
So you and Karam have a couple minutes to kill while he's tying this big knot.
I only see one hand.
Angry.
I open up my revenge book and I review my revenges, and I notice that snake people have been circled and there's a new initial by it, but I don't quite. Can I roll like perception or like insight on this?
Yeah, you can roll a wisdom check. I think a wisdom check's probably the best thing.
I got a 6.
You're not smart enough to figure it out. I'll let you roll a history check too to see if you remember it.
I got a 6.
Yeah, you sort of like half remember writing it. You're not really sure what's going on. You know you let Bakevo take over your body, but you're like, did I write this? You don't know what happened.
And I'm just like in like this weird daze, and I look over at Cram, I'm like, hey.
I want to look over at Erog.
Ego.
You like egg rolls.
Friend, what's wrong?
I'm just trying to go to Dinosaur Island and make myself a big noise.
I mean, why would that make you upset?
Yes, Paladin, yes.
Yeah, you can be upset for wanting to go. I don't really want, I genuinely, I want to know if there's anything I can do to ease your obvious anger.
Classic
Don't
Karam.
really act like
I'm shouting about that pterodactyl.
the pterodactyl. Okay, the one she was in.
She's trying to train the snake people.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
That again?
Is fucking survive on this island with the help of lazy Bonzales. So I'm gonna take my little dolphin boat over to that island. Anyone who wants to come with is welcome to join me.
Probably all stick together.
I would love that, but
I'll put my hand on it. I understand the frustration of Paladin being thrown into a group of wildlings.
Sometimes your friends make things easier, and sometimes your friends make things more difficult.
We're all here together. Let's survive together and get off of this forsaken land together. And just,
Exactly what I'm trying to do.
just breathe. Breathe with me in.
I breathe along.
You guys breathe while Eric ties up a dolphin.
We can all breathe and do some exercises before we...
Roll a perception check as you guys are doing breathing exercises and tying up this dolphin.
9.
I got a 21.
I got
Eriku's gonna hear some commotion from one side of the island, on the other side of your boat. So you're gonna hear the words "black cloud" and maybe like look up at the sky.
God.
And there's a dark storm moving in.
I look up at the sky and do I see the dark cloud?
You see a dark cloud, yeah.
I'm starting to cackle you. I'm like,
Yeah. So a storm approaches as you guys get ready to boat out of here. The locals seem to have seen a lot of them are batting down their hatches, pulling in their ships, seem to be like tying things down or tying things together. Some of them even trying to row away from it, it seems, like backing up and like boating away as fast as they can. You guys are sort of like facing, not towards it, sort of in the direction it's coming from. It's coming from like the side, and you'd have to go towards it to go towards Dinosaur Island.
Okay. Well, it might not be the best idea to go fucking trying to get through that fucking storm.
Can I, looking out at the ocean, can I knowledge nature roll to judge the storm coming in and the waves and the turbulence of the water?
Roll that.
16.
It's not very turbulent yet, but it's probably going to pick up a lot when that storm rolls in. It might be more dangerous. It's going to be darker. It's going to be choppier. So you either need to make it to the other shore quickly or be ready for a rough ride over there.
Dolphin speedboat.
There's always Dolphin Speedboat.
I'm up for anything, guys. We can fucking get through that storm and get to Dinosaur Island, or we can chill here.
Maybe all the dinosaurs will be hiding in the storm.
I do think that might be a little bit of an added benefit. Yeah, we're gonna be fucking in some shitty weather, but so will they. And, you know,
How much faster does the boat go with 4 dolphins?
I would imagine it'd be like 8 people rowing, because we got 4 dolphins pulling us and 4 people rowing.
2 dolphins there and 2 back.
How much faster does 2 dolphins make us?
In case we decide to
Two
come back the
people
same
rowing
day.
faster.
Oh.
You do think with 2 dolphins' help, if you guys actually row as hard as you can, you could probably make it to Dinosaur Island before the storm kicks up full force. You might get rained on some, and it might be windy, but you'll miss the heavy waves and stuff if you hurry, and nothing stops you from getting over there.
Alright.
It's either that or wait till the storm passes, and it looks, who knows.
Who knows?
The way these guys are batting down their hatches seems like it might be storm season, and they know more than you know that the storm might be rolling in for a minute.
You want to risk it? I'm down for risking it.
Can I try to detect magic in the storm?
You're a
You
rock.
Oh,
Oh, couldn't you do that right now?
You can still detect magic as a rock.
Oh, sick.
I would like to do that.
It's a very weak magical aura. It's definitely not like a spell or anything like that. It's probably just some residual magic that just lingers in the atmosphere here or something like that. It's accidental magic.
I remain silent.
Is it
in my
magic
state.
over my boat? Or the boat where when I blessed it?
I can't see anything.
Bless
Who knows?
stuff.
You just sense it.
Alright, put it to a vote. We got 2 for going. I'll go. Alright.
You guys hop in the boat and the 3 of you row.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go.
2001.
1 dolphin is ready to go already, tied up to the boat, just ready
With
to
a big
go.
old knot.
Like a full-on dolphin harness on
Yeah.
that bitch.
So you got 1 dolphin and 3 rowers ready to go.
Anyone else want to call their dolphin?
Called your dolphin?
Oh, that shit's already out.
I can call it.
If you have British medallion, you have 2 for me.
I call my dolphin.
Alright, you call another dolphin. Yeah, it appears in the water nearby. Someone want to tie this one up as well? Get more rope?
Yeah, I want to try to tie the dolphin. Little hole for the dolphin's little body go in.
Like a harness?
Tie the under.
A dolphin harness, that's a survival roll.
Do it. Nice.
Pretty good harness you made for it. You tied up. You're good.
Alright.
You guys got 2 dolphins tied up. You guys start rowing?
Go. Yeah.
Row as hard as you
Wow.
can. Alright, roll me
As hard
strength
as I
checks to
can.
see how fast you guys go. Everyone that's at least got 1 arm and has a body.
Yeah, I got a 15.
15 as well.
Nice. Bunch of 15s over here.
I got a 19.
Nice.
With that, you guys are able to make it to Dinosaur Island a little wet. It's a little choppy. Your boat got a little full of water, but you make it to the shore just barely before the heavy thunder and stuff starts rolling in. So you can now see the lightning striking, hear the thunder. It's now becoming intense when you guys hit the shore. And you guys,
Can I note that I was meditating around Erica's neck on
whole
the
time?
voyage over?
you can. So you're trying to start your 24 hours of attracting an animal?
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
can do that for
I mean, it helps if you're alone, so it's gonna be harder with someone around. But I'll have your feelers are out there. But it'll help if you're alone when the animal comes. Is what I'll say.
I'm gonna choose not to be alone. I'm just gonna be against Erica's heart
And
meditating.
hope for the best. All right, we'll see what happens then. You kind of have to force yourself upon an animal, probably.
That's okay. I might not make it the full 24 hours, so. Just trying.
I hear that.
Do I see any rocks I can tie our boat off to?
No, but you can drag it to shore, maybe up into the tree line, tie it to
That
a
is
tree
what
or
I'm
something.
like. I'll take the harness off of the dolphin and just like point him back out
Yeah.
to the ocean. I hope he
Their
gets my
task is done, yeah.
grip.
They'll swim
Go.
away.
You're free. Go, dolphin.
Roll me a survival check to tie the boat to a tree.
Drag it up to the tree line and tie it up.
I get my rope back as well.
Alright, so roll a survival check for that one knot to tie it to a tree.
You better do better than me. 3.
Yeah, you're having trouble tying it. It's wet, of course. It's still raining pretty heavy. It's dark. You're having trouble tying it off. You see Arog struggling.
It's windy,
Let
man.
me try to help
The
you.
rope's all wet.
Keeps dropping the rope.
Got dolphin slime on it.
Alright, Karam comes and with a good assist ties it off well. You feel like the boat's now secured to this tree. As long as this tree doesn't move, it should be fine. Heavy winds now, storm's moving in.
Before the storm rolls in completely, do I see any traces of Vishkanya? Maybe tracks or anything like that? Trying to track down this lazy Bonzales.
Roll me
Or maybe it's
either
storm
perception or survival. Survival's more for tracks. Perception would be like what you see right in front of you. So survival would be better.
Okay, well, we'll say survival because I got +0 on both. I got an 8.
Yeah, you're not sure, especially because of the wind and the rain and stuff. Any kind of tracks might have been covered up by now, and you're not great at that kind of thing anyway.
I want to say a prayer for our group.
I kneel with holding my dagger to my heart.
The wind's howling around you, the thunder is thundering, and the lightning's crackling.
You're gonna have to say.
You guys say a prayer.
May the light bless us and keep us. May the light make its glory shine upon us and be gracious to us. May the light look upon us with kindness and give us peace. And may the blessing of the holy light descend upon us and remain with us forever. Amen.
Alright, you say your prayer. Eric, does something similar.
Erica nods.
Erica nods.
Melina and I stand up.
Thank you guys for being so patient with me.
You guys head into the jungle off of the beach. Do you try to make some kind of camp here on the beach, or what's the plan?
Can I roll perception?
Like into the woods, or out to the ocean, or is
Just
there
like
anything particular?
around me, I would like to see if there's anything like unusual or like, out of place on the beach. I got a 19.
Seems really quiet on the beach. It's it's windy, it's dark, it's rainy, so it's hard to see a whole lot. You don't really see anything out of place per se.
Okay. I grunt that everything seems quiet, but nothing seems out of place to my
too
party.
quiet.
But I grunt loud enough to hear me over the storm.
You're close to each other. I'm sure you have inside voices. You can hear each other.
Almost too quiet, I say aloud as I clutch my dagger.
You guys want to hunt or look for what's his name again?
Lazy Bonzales.
Lazy Bonzales.
Yeah, we should go. I mean, I'm sure he would have taken cover in the forest. You know, obviously the beach is not going to provide a lot of cover from this storm, so maybe we should make our way in, at least just the tree line, see what's in there.
Alright, so you guys head into the tree line.
Yeah.
The rains become heavier. You guys are able to find some sufficient cover, though, from some of these high trees, a lot of jungle foliage. So you hear the rain, hitting the leaves above, but you're not getting rained on here, and you, see the flashes of light above. It's a little more insulated in this part of the jungle. You're in sort of a clearing. You guys have found a little safe respite, but no signs of life yet. The ground's wet and muddy. You hear the sounds of animals and insects and things like that around. Have so far not stumbled across any life.
So that's kind of as we expected.
I'm gonna set up my bear trap just near me.
There you go.
In this clearing?
On the edge of the clearing, just in case.
I think it's survival to set it up. As long as you don't totally fail, you're fine, though. Really.
I got a 20.
Alright, that's good. It's a good setup. Well placed trap. Yeah, you got in a good spot. It's covered well. It's camouflaged even with the 20, so.
I make sure I alert my party that I am setting up a bear trap so no
Over
incidents happen.
I know where the bear trap is myself. I say just that entire quadrant. Don't
Avoid it. Landmine City. Yeah, don't go there.
I also bring up the fact that Ego still owes me a bear trap.
I could give you the one that I have, but then that would leave me without a bear trap. And you gave me a dart trap, so I'm gonna keep my hands on this one. You're lazy Bonzales this one.
It's okay.
Just in case.
I'm just reminding you.
Oh, I have
Eric
not forgotten.
remembers.
I have not forgotten.
Alright, so you guys want us to hang in this clearing, wait for the storm to pass, or wait for something else to happen, or set up camp, keep wandering?
No,
Are y'all waiting for the storm to pass?
maybe we should.
Hunker down in this clearing?
Yeah.
You guys want to set up camp, or just hang out?
Are we getting wet? Are you sure that it was enough? We were covered enough?
Covered enough.
You're
to
covered,
not
so you're not getting. There's still sometimes water drips down, but you're definitely not getting rained on really heavy like it is outside of this clearing. Right there's coverage. So where you're at right now, most of the rain is getting caught in the trees and then slowly trickling down, not hitting you guys really hard, really heavy.
I would like to, if we're gonna rest, I would like to take the time to meditate my own goddess. I'm gonna take a crouching, ready stance, prepared to jump at any moment position of anxiousness, so it's not really meditating. It's more like angry, like being quiet angrily. Close my eyes and clutch my dagger and try to sense some sort of direction from my goddess.
Roll a perception check, Eriku and Bakefo.
I got a 17.
Got 10.
Alright, so Bakefo will sort of feel a tingle. Eriku, while you're praying, you're going to feel like a very low vibration in the ground while you're kneeled down right now. Like a thud, and then another thud.
I'm gonna be like, y'all here, I feel some thuds.
Are there any puddles nearby that
Like
you see the ripples
Jurassic
in?
Park up in here a little bit.
If you want to roll a perception check to check the puddles for ripples, you may.
I'm looking for puddles.
I want to look out in the
Fuck, man.
forest.
You're out of commission, die. I got a 4.
My elf eyes, so I see twice as far.
Yeah, looking out with your elf eyes into the forest, there's definitely some foliage moving around in the distance.
I put away my dagger and I ready my axe.
Guys, there's something out there.
Kind of something.
I don't know. I think there's some movement.
Like big
Can I
movement.
take over for a second?
Well, you can take over. I'm weak right now.
Are you?
Can I try to take over Eric real quick?
You may, this takes a will contest, unless Eriku wants to just relinquish will.
I relinquish will.
Alright, you feel Bakefo trying to take over your body, and you just let it happen.
I don't want that.
Big Kefo just got like super scared and has control issues, so she had to pop up and see what was going on. The trees are moving. That's what's going on
My
right now.
axe is out. I'm crouching.
Well, you can roll a perception check if you want to see what you're seeing now that you have eyeballs all of a sudden.
Yes, if I roll perception, can I roll other stuff too?
Of course.
Okay, I will roll perception first. My perception is 22.
Alright, now that you have this body, the vibrations are confirmed. There's definitely something very large moving this way.
Can I use a survival roll to quickly look over this terrain, this clearing that we're in, for any advantage point or hiding places, or like is that a survival roll thing?
That survival in nature would probably help you with that, yeah.
I look at my group real quick. Besides Eriku, because I'm Eriku's body, I'm just like, hey, it's Bakefo. I'm here. I was like, and I'm gonna be like, from now on, when I pop up, I'm just gonna go hooty hoo, and that means that is me. Are y'all cool with that?
The
signal?
police are rolling in.
Are y'all okay? Kara gives me a thumbs up. And then I'm like, y'all, I'm gonna let Eriku fight with y'all if you want to, but real quick, are y'all cool if I look for like some hiding places or something, like some cover?
You do whatever you gotta do.
I'm gonna look for cover with my survival roll. Okay, 25.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, natural 20, that's beautiful. Alright, so for vantage point, if you climb a tree, you could see better to what's coming or what's going on farther away, because whatever's coming is farther away. It's pretty quiet right here, but you're in a clearing, so there aren't a whole lot of places to hide right here. Right now, you're kind of like in the opening. You're in the open. If something does show up, they're going to be able to see you. So you probably have to move deeper into the jungle to hide, which means move toward the thing that's coming toward you.
I'm gonna observe that, and I'm gonna look at my friends. I'm gonna be like, I don't think this is a really good spot. And then I'm gonna climb the nearest tree, one-armed.
Use your feet too, so.
Yeah, you got multiple limbs.
I have a +4 in climbing.
Here's
You're
my
not me right now, guys.
Okay, well, I'm not a good climber. I'm a rock. I don't think I have climbed either.
You're
It's checked, but I don't have any pluses. I got 5.
Yeah, you're having trouble climbing with one arm. That's a new thing for you. 5 feet's not even up the tree, so you're just like hugging the tree right now.
I'm like, Eric, boost me up!
I go over there and I help her up.
Roll me a strength check to lift Bakefo and Eriku's body up.
Oh, shit.
21.
Nice.
You weigh less than 210 pounds, Eriku. And now I need you to roll a climb check. Now that you're lifted up a little bit higher, which you got a boost now, so.
Hey, it's a 7. It's better than that 5 I got.
So Bakeffo's still barely holding on with that one arm, but she's like 10 foot up. She's still having trouble climbing, though.
Okay, I'm just where I'm at, gonna perception roll to see movement or
Yeah,
rock.
maybe you see it a little better. Yeah, that's fine. You can roll
Yeah,
it.
I just want to look to see if I see what's coming and if
You're
I see any rocky areas that we could use as defense areas. 20, not natural.
There's much taller trees in the distance, so it's hard to see past a lot of it, but you did see some reptilian bird creatures, smaller ones, fanning out as if something scattered them. You do see a tall mountain in the distance, sort of up the shore from here. You have to get past this thing to get to where that rocky area is. Now, there might be other rocky areas in the jungle, but you can't see them from where you're at.
I'm like, there's a mountain, but there's something blocking it. I would like to do a knowledge local to see if Bakefo has any knowledge about this area. 17.
So there's not any people to really talk to around here about this, but I guess maybe when you were Bridget, you might have talked to some of the snake folk and heard a little bit. So you know some things about this island from the snake folk. Not a lot. I think that you will probably have heard from those guys that there are pits and caverns, that they say the island itself is hollow. You might have heard that before.
Okay. I'm gonna ungracefully jump down from the tree, yelling, hoo-hoo, and tell them, these two, that Eriku really has to take a shit soon, so we gotta get this fight over with. Wish you guys the best of luck, and and that I know that just be careful when you wash your step because there's going to be some there might be some holes in the ground, then you might be able to use that, or some cavey areas where y'all can hang out. So if y'all see a tunnel, maybe take it. But I say that like a question, and then I kind of throw my hands
you're
up.
not sure. Those could definitely lead to even more
Would
crazy
you be
deaths,
opposed to trying to take over whatever large thing is coming towards us?
Hey, if you can open that mouth or butt, get me in it.
I got bait. Maybe we can put bait around your rock and then leave you somewhere obvious.
The Kefo pauses because internally that does make her nervous because she's just spent so much time alone.
Of course.
But in a panic of the situation, she just says, "I'm game."
You're very brave soul.
How much? What's your hit points?
Me? 10.
What's your hit points? 12. What's your hit points?
12.
Okay, I'm going to touch Arog and cast on him Virtue, which gives him 1 temporary hit point.
Oh, yeah.
I lay my hands on Kiram. I don't know why I'm doing this religious cult leader right now, but I am. And I'm going to give him guidance, which is +1 on an attack roll, saving throw, or a skill check. Then I'm going to bless Eriku. Yeah. I will also give guidance to Eriku's body. And then I look at Arog and Kiram and I'm like, can you also please tell Eriku the Hootie Hoo password? And then Bekethu back into
rock.
her neck.
Into the wind.
Eriku regains control of her body. You guys have now all been blessed in some way by Bekefo.
I feel slightly timidly.
Just so you know, Bekefo takes over anything where it is Hootie Hoo. Now you know. Just in case.
If you ever hear anyone say Hootie Hoo, assume it might be Bekefo. At least for 40
I'm going to maybe take a stealthy position in the tree line. I'm not going to run away. I am sort of prepared to fight this thing, but I do want to see it before I charge.
You do want to go towards it, but you want to be stealthy.
Right. I'm going to go maybe off to the side of it where it's coming from. Maybe get a flanking maneuver on this son of a bitch when he comes in. But I'm going to try to stealthily creep in the bushes.
Are you able to determine if the trees are taller than this thing? Is it safer in the trees technically?
Some of the trees are taller than this thing. Maybe not where you are, but definitely the ones far off where it is, coming this way.
Tree in the middle of the clearing.
I make note of where my bear trap is so I can find it later.
Alright, with a knowledge geography check, you might be able to do that later. Or survival, something like that, you can probably find it. Just remember to look for it later.
Worst case scenario, no attention, fucking huge, and we run away. I'm gonna have to come back for her later. That's the worst that could happen.
Tall trees where it is too hide up there.
I was thinking about climbing up one of the trees and attacking it by jumping out of the tree.
Put up your trigger trap.
Oh, that's true.
But also, we might not want to hurt it because then the Bekefo wants
It
to.
might be harder if it's all riled up.
Give Erica a good handful of feet, but around Bekefo.
Knowledge nature before you do that, either whoever one of you guys out here looking at this bait and this Bekefo together.
15.
And you start trying to rub your fish bait around Bekefo. And while it is chum, it might have some of the blood smell, you would know that this creature that's coming seems pretty large and it might be too small to entice it. Might need something larger as bait.
Ugh, something larger like us.
Yeah. Unless you have something similar to your size, a human bait.
Not really joke. I was about to say I offer myself as bait.
Human bait would be wise.
I mean,
look, I wrap my pepperoni around my cheek.
Either one of you guys or some other animal is bait.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to climb a tree.
Alright, so Arog's trying to stealth, you're going to climb. You're on the south side of the clearing.
I take some of the bait that Kieran gave me and I plop it on my bear trap, but not in a way to trigger it.
Just nearby to attract stuff near to it?
I food it, and I climb a tree near my bear trap.
Alright, so I need both of you to roll climb checks. You guys will be on the south edge of the clearing, and Arog will be north.
17.
Your climb was good. You're about 17 feet up in a tree.
I got a 15.
Alright, you're about 15 feet up in a tree. So, you guys are not to the tops of these trees, but you're up there pretty high.
I sit in the tree.
Can I percept now?
You can perceive while you're up there.
19.
19 perception. You're definitely going to see something coming this way. You're going to see the top of its head poking out over the tall trees in the distance. Its scaly head. It's dark still, you just saw it one of the flashes of lightning. You could see the top of its head shined differently than the trees. You saw the scales. Meanwhile, Arog, roll your stealth as you sneak that direction.
I roll a natural one.
Roll a reflex save.
14. No, 16.
The ground crumbles beneath you and you fall down a pit. But you're only going to take half damage as you fall. You take 2 damage. You only fell about 5 feet.
Okay, I'm just in a hole now, guys.
A little sinkhole.
I'm 6 feet tall though, so my head's
your head's still poking out. So it's not a deep hole. And when you fell down, you'll notice that there's a pool of water beneath you, and it's sort of like a soft mud and stone here, and the water's like sort of like seeping through it. And you'll also notice that the stone you're standing on now, there's sort of like steam rising up underneath it, like from the cracks underneath it.
Stones are hot, falling deeper into the crevasse, but that is not. I was gonna go down deeper.
Do I see? I go fall.
You can roll a perception check to see if you guys see Arog fall 5 feet down on the ground like a mole.
I only got an 8, so I'm not paying attention.
You're yelling at
Just
Kieran.
peek right over the side.
Look. I got a 17.
That's gonna be my new
Alright.
tactical position.
Karam sees Arog, but Araku does not. So Karam, you see Arog fall down. You see the top of his head, his half-orc head poking out of the hole. Araku doesn't see any of this.
You okay? Okay. He's alright. Just fell a little way, but he's alright.
I have no diplomacy, so I yelled out at him. Why did you fall in a pit?
Alright, as you yell that, a loud roar, comes echoing back at you. And the
roar back
creature
at
gets even closer.
I ready my crossbow.
I ready my axe and I roar back at it. Ah!
The thudding noise in the ground glows louder and faster.
Still in a tree, right?
Arog, you feel the ground shaking beneath you.
I'm gonna slip down a little further.
Alright, you duck in your hole.
She's still on me.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the noise stops.
I want to percept, see if I see where it is meow.
You don't see any sign of it. The movement in the trees is quieted. You don't see the top of its head. You don't hear any sound. It's like it stopped moving, not roaring. It's gone really, really quiet. The storm is still coming, like it's raining, but there hasn't been a crack of thunder in a moment, and this creature's not making any noise. Now it's like really eerily quiet, except for like the pitter patter of the rain.
I want to perceive more about this hole I'm in.
Okay, you may do so.
Nope, I got a 3.
Yeah, it's just a nondescript hole. I would like to tell you more because there's more to know, but yeah, it's from where you're at. It's just a hole. There's what's to see about
Thought
it.
there might have been more. I didn't know.
Yeah. But from where you're at, you can't tell anything to see about it. Maybe roll a survival or nature check. That might help since that check failed. Maybe one of those two things might do you better.
I got a 4. It's no better.
And for nature?
16!
All right. So with your knowledge nature, you might pick up on the fact that the hole you're in is definitely man-made. It seems like it's probably a Vishkanya pit trap. For small animals. You probably got caught in like a little rat trap or something, basically.
I'm still not coming out of it. I'm not entirely convinced that the thing's gone.
It's probably safer than being out of it.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
If shit goes down, I duck.
Yeah, you got a place to hide.
Maybe.
I want to look in the direction again, see if I can see it again. Try again. 11.
Now, you don't see it, and it's still quiet. But then you start hearing like a loud huffing noise, like a large animal breathing, like snorting almost. Definitely close.
Can I see what kind of tree I'm in? Like, if it's got anything I could make, like, grab, like, acorn or something?
You may.
That would be knowledge nature, right?
Or perception, either one would work in this case.
5.
Yeah, from as high up as you are, like 15 feet, there might be something at the top of the tree, but where you're at right now, there's nothing you can take and throw, really.
Water in my eyes.
While I'm in the
wet.
hole, I'd like to smear mud all over my body like Arnold Schwarzenegger does in The Predator.
Yeah.
I'll allow that with a survival check to either survival or disguise check to put mud all over your body. Either one of those works.
I will go with disguise because I have a +1.
Take it. Take any pluses you.
I'm a +1 in disguise.
Because of that charisma. I got a 5.
Well, you're covered in mud, so.
I mean, that was really the ultimate goal.
Bride's duty.
As long as I don't smell like an orc, that's the point I'm going for. So if I just smell like shit, no one wants to eat shit. It's definitely not the first item, unless I'm fighting like some dung beetles or something.
Some shit?
So I've got 37 bait. Can I, like, take one of it and just, like, chuck it in the middle of the clearing?
You can, but it's like small fish bait, so.
I'm not trying to, like, bait it out. I'm just trying to see if it'll, like, what is it? Can you throw rocks in games?
Oh, yeah.
Are you trying to like draw it out?
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
He doesn't have anything.
Maybe try a handle animal with that if you're trying to like purposely draw it out. You can throw out some bait with a handle animal to try to attract it.
While Kim's doing this, can I just, like, sit in the tree and put my axe away real quick and just, like, smear bait all over Gecko's rock? Just, like, gently, like, rub it in.
Yeah, and get covered in blood and stuff and guts and goo.
Stanky.
Yeah, you can spend this turn covering the Kefo stone and guts.
I rolled a 6.
That's about how good you do attracting this thing. And then as soon to make enough noise, I mean, from that attempt, you probably gather that to attract it, you need to make more noise. You feel like the first time when it came running was after Herku yelled. So if you want to attract it, maybe make noise like prey.
Okay, I'm near my bear trap.
You got +1 on saving throws right now.
It's true.
I have no diplomacy, so I try to whisper, but I say it very loudly. Graham, what do you see with your elf eyes?
You can roll a perception check when she says that.
10.
You do hear a roar very nearby. And whatever it is within maybe 100, 200 feet of you guys now.
I can't help but roar back at it. Ah!
Alright, roll for initiative.
That should do it.
14,
Everybody.
14.
15.
8.
I got a 16. It's going to come charging from north of you guys through the woods, knocking its way through all these trees, which sort of like bend out of its way. Sort of like tall grass wood. It's going to be like palm-like trees, like bamboo. So they kind of like bend. This colossal animal, bipedal dinosaur with a very large head and cavernous jaw with large, sharp teeth, comes charging towards you guys.
Am I far enough up the tree to be above it? Like
You are
got
not.
leverage on this thing?
It is much higher than 15 feet up.
Oh shit! I climbed.
Now we have an initiative with your next turn now, so you can't climb again yet. So right now, whenever it comes bursting into this area of the woods, you now see it as much taller than you guys. It's sort of like leaning forward while it runs. But whenever it goes fully bipedal, it's definitely taller than the trees. It's going to come up upon Arog first, who is ducked down on the ground, luckily.
Oh, my
But it's going to try and grab at you. So I get to try. There comes my C&B to try and grab you.
Get me!
My C&B is a 55.
Oh wait.
Do you really need to ask?
No, I know that's a kid. So it reaches down this hole and scoops up Arog.
Jaws?
No, in his claws. He's got him in his claw.
Oh, it grabbed me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's holding me.
Yeah, grabs you with one of its claws.
Like a bee.
Did he have to get on his dinosaur knees and Rex arms?
Well, it's not really a T-Rex. It's a bipedal dinosaur, but it's not a T-Rex. It has slightly longer arms.
Treasure short.
Like a Italianosaurus.
It's about like 60 foot long,
Holy shit.
35,000 pound, gigantic apex predator. Rather large. It has. You guys can now see Arog in its claws. It doesn't seem to have hurt him yet, but it did seem to like grab him out of the hole.
I think I'm next. How far away am I right now?
About 40 feet.
15.
40 feet.
Yeah, about 40 feet.
I think I'm next.
That's exactly how fast I am to get up to this dinosaur, I think.
Etc.
I was going to save you.
No, you're fine. Mom.
You still might have to.
Yeah, you still probably are gonna have to. Through whatever means necessary, project an air of coolness with this animal. Be a handle animal.
Yeah, that would definitely be handle
I'm assuming
animal.
that I can't really do much.
Yeah. Handle animal is how you would act cool, for sure.
Yeah.
Animal,
It's all good, man. It's all good. Pretty sure I'm gonna miss it. I'm trying to
clap, so I can't clap, but I'm just
It's a 19.
That's pretty good, actually. I rolled high enough that it's going to sort of confuse this creature. Yeah.
That's all we need. Just a moment of confusion.
Yeah. So it's definitely like scooped you up out of the ground, and then you're definitely not its normal prey. You're not what it's expecting. It's now like holding you up to its face and like sniffing you, and like you're like very close. You can like see its teeth. Its teeth are like as big as your head, and it could swallow you at any moment. Right now it's just sniffing you, and it's very confused because you smell like mud and like a humanoid creature. You've never encountered a creature like you before. So it's definitely very confused, and your handle animal, well, you acted just strange enough. You weren't afraid of it. You weren't acting like prey. So you've definitely confused this big lizard, at least for this turn. So you guys have bought yourself a round. I'll give you guys 2 turns, basically, for anything happens.
I don't want to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, you are all up in its
Piss
face.
this thing off. Well, I do know that Gorham, some of his favorite animals are dinosaurs, and we've been encountering them a lot recently. So I'd like to, really quick, as I guess my second part of my turn, reach out to my god and just be like, hey Gorham, maybe not make this thing eat me.
I feel like you've already confused this thing, and your god is, dinosaurs are its favorite animal. I agree. Hopefully you'll get lucky and this thing won't eat you.
Hopefully.
You've gotten lucky so far. So
Okay, yeah, I don't want to piss it off just yet. Literally inches away from its giant teeth.
yeah, I think Gorham loves dinosaurs because they attack, and that's how they think. They're lizard brains. They think like the attack mindset. So
They don't give much thought to it.
yeah. So I think you know that off the bat. Simple creatures.
I'm gonna
So all you've got to do is outsmart a dinosaur.
be cool. Be real cool with this dinosaur.
Hey.
Alright.
Be real Fonzie.
All right.
Hands.
And then I think everyone else on your team gets a turn before it gets back to you again, so.
Well, now I'm just confused because I was in this position.
Once again, where I'm about to attack, and now I'm just like, what?
Yeah, you see, I mean, you don't know what's going on. You only see this dinosaur, like, smelling Arog right now. You can still attack if you want. You don't know what just happened with Arog. You don't know about his prayer. You don't know any of that stuff. All you know is this thing just picked up Arog out of the ground and it's smelling him.
Okay, well, for my turn, I want to just try to get up higher. I want to get leverage on this dinosaur.
So you want to climb more?
Yeah.
Or maybe acrobatics to a higher tree, because the ones you're at are kind of the lower trees.
I got a 17.
Alright, so you can either climb or jump 17 feet higher. So you're probably about 30 feet up now on a higher tree.
I'm higher than the dinosaur.
No, you're about halfway up its body now. It's pretty large.
Right now, I don't even know if I'm going to attack it. I have the Kefo, though. I could always throw her to you, but then you might smell like food. And it's
I'm pretty sure I already smell like food.
shit.
And shit, mud, whatever's in the ground.
Smell like tasty human. Oh, I can
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get leverage on this stuff.
No, it's good.
For some
Good.
reason, I give myself like a bonus ride.
Oh.
You need to mount this thing.
And I'm reviewing what I gave myself the highest points in, and I'm just like, why? Like I gave
It
myself
seemed useful at the time.
climb.
Ride's actually a really good skill. If you are the kind of person that either keeps a mount around all the time or that tries to just jump on the back of everything all the time.
I might try to do that.
Look at Arog. Look at Eriku. Look at
And I'm
Arog
just like,
I'm
again.
like up here.
You see Eriku climbing higher, and you see Arog getting smelled.
Damn, I don't want to like antagonize this Arog in its clenches.
Cast a virtue on yourself or something and make the dinosaur think you're like not a threat.
Or of good.
Yeah, that's all she got right now. But
Doesn't really do much, so.
That might not make it
Except
not
for
want
me.
to eat you though. Be like, oh good, taste.
yeah.
Yum, my favorite.
Yeah. Can I shimmy down the trick back down the tree?
Yeah, get back to the
You're going
ground.
down there?
Yeah, roll me a climb check to get back down.
Don't fall again, please.
Unless you roll a 1, you're not going to fall, so don't roll a 1.
One.
Yeah, you do fall. Natural 1, you want to roll a reflex save?
Don't blame me.
Do you want to use your virtue on that? You get a +1 or whatever.
I like
I got another
pocket
one.
door giving me.
Which is technically a 2.
Alright, well you still take 3 damage from that fall. So you fall down from the tree, you're trying to climb down. It's wet, it's slippery because it's raining outside. So when you're trying to climb down, you slip and you hurt yourself a little bit. And you've discharged that spell now, it's been used.
I stand back up real quick and fling my hair. Yeah.
Karam plays it off legit, like nothing ever happened. Karam's cool.
If I saw Karen fall.
You can roll perception to see if you saw Karam fall.
I got a 5, so woo! I'm busy climbing.
Yeah, I think everyone missed it. But luckily, Karam, no one saw you fall. Everyone's preoccupied with everything else going on right now with the big dinosaur. So you are back on the ground. Do you want to do anything else for this turn?
How far away is the tree that Eriku's in?
Probably about 15 feet from you.
And is she in front of like the dinosaur versus where I am? Like the dinosaur separating us?
No, the dinosaur's in front of both of you. She's closer than you are because you were farther behind the bear trap, but she was more like to the side of it.
Okay. I go to Erica's tree, like all sneaky.
So roll a stealth check to sneak over there.
Oh, sneaky.
I'll allow this for your. I already let you do your move, but I'll switch that up for a swift to make this your move.
18.
Oh, you're sneaky as fuck.
Alright. When the dinosaur obviously still sees you, it stops sniffing Eric for a second, its head like turns towards you. I already said I'm gonna let it be confused for the next turn, but it's definitely like saw something move and looked your way, but still holding Erog in its hand as you sneak over to the tree. Erog, it was smelling you and now it just looked over towards Karam, but it's still distracted for this turn, so.
Stop moving, hoping it won't see me because I stopped moving. Like Jurassic Park. Don't move it again.
Right. Well, next turn you can stop moving and roll stealth again, and stealth is higher when you're not moving. So you're like right next to this really big nostril. Like you see its big boogers and steam from its nose coming out on you, and it's raining really hard. You're all wet from the rain. The lightning strikes. Cow. You can still move around, but you're in its grasp.
Alright, so things aren't really going so hot right now.
Dang it.
I'm gonna kind of try a bit of a Hail Mary. Fuck it.
Yeah, I did it.
Here's what we're gonna do.
You're talking to yourself in the car right now. Here's what we're gonna do. Aaron says to himself.
Oh yeah, it's definitely talk to yourself time in dinosaur hand. I'm gonna look over to Eriko.
Filling out my mods right
You're
now.
fine, just listen. And I'm gonna stretch out my hand, and I'm gonna go,
I wrote a bunch of gunk on it.
I don't care!
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a good thing. But I don't care. I heard him.
Yeah, probably. He's close enough.
Alright,
Even with a passive 10, you can hear Hootie. I think he was saying that to you directly. He wasn't trying to hide that. I think it's being loud enough for you to hear him on purpose.
I wanted you to hear that.
Yeah.
So, not that smart, but I think I recall that being mean some sort of thing.
Yeah, it was a pretty recent conversation.
I'm gonna try and throw the Keva stone, in that, word. It can be caught.
Alright, so roll a BAB plus Dex to throw it towards Arog.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dexterity blow. You got this. BAB plus
I do not have good dex. Can I go into Barbarian Rage first?
That will make your Dex worse.
That also takes away from my dex.
Your strength goes up, Dex goes down.
Oh, never mind.
If she's in a race, you just
She's clumsy, but she gets stronger.
It would go over the dinosaur past you guys.
It lowers my dex, right?
It lowers your Dex, but increases your strength, yeah.
So I'm gonna fucking I fucking throw this shit with a +2. I got an 18 though.
Arog, I need you to roll at least a 12 reflex save to catch this crystal.
I got an 18.
I think so.
I make this face as I throw it because I'm just really stoked on my good throw.
Did you do
I rolled an 18.
Arog's got to roll at least a 12 to catch it.
Okay.
You rolled
Just barely. So, you just catch, you don't catch the crystal part, you catch the necklace part, but you just barely have it in one of your arms.
On a finger.
Yeah.
You did the same thing I was gonna do. It's like hootie hoot. Now I
I'm really close to it.
Let it bite your hand off.
If it bites my hand off.
We could be one
Twins!
I hope it bites the opposite hand off, so together we're like a whole person.
We high five. It's like we're clapping.
I can't use my shield that I traded. I'll just tape it to my chest. Or something. I don't know. Buckle it to my chest.
Good taste.
And she says from the tree, I'm gonna approach it all slow like, kind of get it gazed towards me, like doo-doo-doo.
So you want to handle Anila to try to get it to look at you?
Yeah, with my aura get up.
Alright, so you'll look friendly and approach all friendly like?
Yeah.
Alright, Karam attempts a nature dance and comes out from the trees and tries to attract this thing, walks out of the clearing. Doesn't seem to be going very well though. The creature that is holding you, Arog, seems to clutch you tighter and snort really hard when Karam comes close.
Stop doing that. I yell down from the trees with no diplomacy. Karen, it doesn't like your dance. Stop. Don't move, like thrust hard.
It tries to take a bite at Arog.
Can I use my hero point? Wait, we don't know what's happened yet. Okay, I'll just see what happens.
Let's see what happens first, and then you can always let you do after it too. Alright, so it tries to bite Arog. I got a 33, which is going to be a hit.
Oh. Can I use a hero point?
You may.
And during the middle of his bite, I can try to throw this into his mouth.
Your arm.
If he needs to take my arm to make this happen, take my arm.
I'll let you do that, and then roll like an escape artist or acrobatics to get away. Something to get away with a +8 on top of it. How about that? You will probably still lose your arm, and I'll let you take half damage. That'll determine how much of your arm you lose. So it's going to be 31 damage. You can take half of that with a reflex save. So with a +8 reflex save, you can take 50 instead of 31.
Add my point. But your arm is clutching the cap.
Right.
Now your arm's going to come off. You're going to take 15 damage. And that's with the +8. So you probably take 15 damage.
But the stone would be in his mouth. Fuck.
If you can handle, can you handle 15 damage?
I'm going to be unconscious, but I would be dead any other way. So.
Yeah. So roll a reflex save with a +8 to take half of the damage. Just lose your arm.
The best scenario. No. Fuck, I got a 1.
Oh! No! So you take full damage, which is 31 damage. Is that minus your cost? Yeah, that means Arog, unless someone has a hero point to save Arog, I think it sounds like he just got bit in half.
I have a hero point.
Alright, what are you doing to save Arog, to stop that from happening? You see this thing about to bite Arog in half.
Jump on its back and ride it.
So use your hero point with either a +8 to your acrobatics to jump or a +8 to your ride. I think I need your acrobatics onto it and ride, so I need both from you. Add a +8 to one of those two rolls.
God damn it, you dice fuckers. Is it not enough that I lose my arm? You fucker.
Alright, so I'm trying to decide if I want to add A to my acrobatics. I got +4 in both of them already, but if I do bad acrobatics, I won't make it to the dinosaur, and I think as long as I make it to the dinosaur, it will
can
distract
probably ride in a
the
good
dinosaur,
enough ride.
not hurt him. So I'm going to add an 8 to my acrobatics. 31.
Alright, so you make it to the back of the dinosaur, and I'm rolling a ride to grab on.
12.
Alright, so you're not holding on very well, but I'll roll percentage chance on the distraction. I rolled high enough that it distracts enough not to, it bites towards Arog's hand, but sort of swerves its head around towards you, because you're jumping by, and misses Arog's hand, so Arog takes 0 damage.
You're good.
But you're also not holding on very well. Like, you're on its back, but a 12's not a good ride. So you're holding on, but just barely. There's no saddle there, not riding it yet. You're barely holding on. It's like swerving around, like trying to buck you. The Kefo's still in Arog's hand, and Arog is still in the dinosaur's hand.
You're on the bite at me. And whose turn is it right now? Is it?
It's like trying to bite at its shoulder.
You gotta distract it from biting me now. Dance more. I yell out, dance, kiddo, dance. I'm sorry.
You want to roll a perform check to dance or handle animal?
Have that memory of losing your arm though.
Yeah, you do have a memory of that happening. You saw it in your mind, like this thing almost bit your arm off.
I've seen my mangled body in my mind so many times.
That's the life of a warrior, my friend. That's how you know you're really like embracing battle. The more times you see your death, the more like really in the thick of it you truly are.
I'm sure. I hope Gorm is impressed.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm impressed, so Gorm must be.
I rolled a 10, but can I use a hero point?
You may.
Okay, yeah, I got 22.
Woo!
Wait, no, 24, sorry.
This is still a pretty vicious lizard creature. It's still angry, but your dance is confusing it enough. I'm not gonna let it. It's gonna like sort of like turn its gaze to you and be focused on you. And definitely still holding Arog tight and snarling. Iraku's definitely like hanging off its back very loosely still. Definitely not like sitting on it, not riding. But it's definitely got its eyes on you right now. Nothing happening. So no attacks. You did save anyone from getting attacked right this second from this turn, so I can go back to Arog with no attacks happening.
I'm gonna try a less drastic approach this time. And I'm going. Is the necklace like big enough to slip around one of this dinosaur's fingers? Can I force
Yeah, you could probably slip it around one of its fingers if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do that.
Alright, roll me a dexterity check to do that.
Which one of these motherfuckers?
Put a ring on it.
Who wanna let me use one of their dice? You've been getting really good. You've been getting really good rolls. I wanna fuck it up.
I'm a single dinos. I'm a single dinos.
Put a ring on that dinosaur.
Will you marry me, dinosaur?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, you're having trouble. It's probably because its finger is so close to you and its grip is so tight. You're having trouble getting it around the claw.
I'll use my own. That's yours.
So Aaron probably spends his whole turn trying to do that, but it's failing. You can see he's like trying to shove the
Can I use the
necklace on
second
the
part of
claw.
my
Yeah, if you want to tell me what you want to do, you still have that'll be your move though. If you still have a standard or swift, I'll still let it try other things.
I'm gonna try to use handle animal to calm it down. Fuck it.
Keep
Should
it
be
calm.
like- I got a 17.
You feel like you're definitely treating it well. You're trying to act friendly, and you feel like its grip may be loosening a little bit. It's not letting you go yet, but it's not biting your head off or your arm off like you remember in your mind. So
I'm your friend.
you have all of your limbs, so things aren't going horribly.
So I'm sensing like a lot of movement in my life, right?
Oh yeah, things are happening.
But I'm touching someone else. Can I take over Eric's body?
You can try to, yeah, with a will contest unless Arab lets you.
I'm not really currently letting her, but if she does pass, sure.
Well, you have to roll will against her then.
I hadn't really decided to let her do this, so I got an 11.
Bakefo is able to take over your body and have a turn this round.
Okay, I'll give it that.
Alright, so Bakefo, you're in Arog's body. You can see that like he's still holding the necklace, but he's like trying to shove it around the finger of this dinosaur.
And so then I'm like, hey, dinosaur. It's that.
Alright, say in dinosaur. Alright, roll me handle animal or diplomacy to have the rest of this conversation. That'll determine how well it goes.
I got 6.
So your dinosaur is not great, but you definitely got its attention. It's turned back towards Arog now. It's looking directly at Arog and snarling.
Arog is clinched in his hand. Its hand.
Oh yeah, I've got it.
He's trying to slide it around its claw, but it's in its hand. He's touching it.
So I'm sorry. The dinosaur has Arog
The dinosaur does have Arog in its claw, yes.
in its claws. Can I perception look for a finger that looks like a little slip-on hook? I want to use perception to look for an opening. The fingers that are wrapped around me, like, are they all tight around me? Is there one
Yeah, it's like
that's
holding him.
Is
There's
there
like
a
only like
pinky?
3 fingers.
Claw.
There's only like 3 claws. There's like a thumb and then 2 forefingers.
It's cool. I take the rock and I just slam it into the finger.
Like into its flesh?
Yeah, just
Yes, touch it.
I just go like that.
Or like a strength check?
It's a 3!
Yeah, it's got tough scales, and the necklace seems to bounce right back off of it when you try to do that.
But it still touched it, right?
It touched it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, like, break through the skin. I'm just trying to...
it was touching it before, too, so, I mean, you could always try to take over a dinosaur if you want.
yeah,
But if you
I
try
like-
one time and fail, you can't try again for 24 hours, so... This your one time to try?
Yeah. In the clutches of the dinosaur right now.
All right.
Why not?
Will contest. I got a 30.
I got 25.
So high.
Can I use a point on you?
Do you have an anti-hero point? Alright, so
Guys.
subtract that anti-hero point for yourself. You -8 me and you take control of the Gigantosaurus.
Oh! So I go, guess what? And then I put that on that thing, right? took over it, and then as a dinosaur, I go, I'm gonna look down, and I'm gonna look up the rock, and maybe lick Arog while I do that.
Now I'm here.
Arog comes to as the dinosaur is licking him, and the rock goes up into the dinosaur's mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my dinosaur tongue and kind of just like fashion it around one of my teeth.
Alright.
So it's like hanging like a little teeth grill. Like some gold grill.
Alright.
It's also kind of just like in between my gum and my flesh. I would like to.
Alright, roll me a survival check to do that.
I got an 8.
You might still swallow it at some point in time, but for right now it is dangling on that tooth. And you have control of this dinosaur.
I can help you secure it to your tooth. I'm like right here.
Are you saying that out loud to me?
I'll be like,
Are
hey,
you...
let me help you with that. One of
Take
those
my
birds
hand,
that gets the food
And
out of the
I
crocodile's
lift it
teeth.
up to my mouth. And I'm like, don't be scared now. And I like open my mouth like this.
And I like crawl in.
Alright, you crawl in. Now, Bakefo, in this body you can only speak Sylvan. You can't roar in a dinosaur language, but you can open the mouth and let Arog in.
Her mouth, so I will
Yeah.
infer that she's cool with it.
You got a different mouth.
This one doesn't have a
Okay.
larynx.
Can I do that? Can I make a
Yeah,
laugh
you can
noise?
laugh and you can do
Okay.
your hootie hoo. You probably can do like one syllable words fine, like yes, no. This is more complex and that's hard in this dinosaur.
Gotcha. Levite Josh, Doctor.
Yeah.
Understood. I lift Arog towards me and go with my stank breath on him, just like all over him.
Just rotten flesh breath.
Alright, then you want to let Arog roll a survival check to finish fashioning this thing to your tooth.
Higher standard.
Yeah, survival check. Secure my rock tooth, please.
I am a privileged
We don't want that dinosaur coming back up.
14.
Together, that's pretty good. It's probably not permanent, and you may one day still swallow it, but for now, it's in the mouth. You feel like you've got some time. If all you guys want to try
I
to
guess I didn't know who
mount
to
this
do.
dinosaur and ride it, you can.
I'm riding the dinosaur.
Yeah, well, you have to roll another ride to mount it properly. And your other friends, if they want to join, you can also roll ride. You guys can all ride this thing. 'Cause
I would like to ride.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
everyone else besides Eric either needs to climb or acrobatics up there and then
I'm
ride.
like,
I got a 9.
You're not doing very well. Eric keeps falling off when you move your head. There's no saddle up there, so it's hard to ride. It's scaly, so it's hard to hold on to. You need to fasten something to help. Ropes would help you guys hold on.
I might get hungry.
I'm just gonna dangle.
climb up.
I got a 13 on my ride check.
Yeah, you're also not doing very well, but you're up there.
I'm on there, so I'm good.
I'm gonna sense my friend's fatigue and struggle on the giant wet scales on my back, and I'm just gonna go like that, and I'm just gonna kind of like get closer to the ground.
You like
I'm
lay down, you make it easy for him.
yeah, like get down, like maybe I'll be like,
You guys want to use your rope to fashion some sort of like collar or something to make it easier so you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might take at least 2 of your ropes together.
And my survival comes out to 11.
I have 10 feet of rope. How much rope do you have? Do you have enough?
I got 13.
Okay, so together, that's above a 20 together. So now with lower ride checks, you can at least hold on.
And you'll have to hold on too until next time for more The Other Dungeon.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.